Hey everyone, AngryHoneyBadger here. It is time for us to take a look at a new quick build. We're going to be taking a look at Thresh today. He was the winner of the previous voting for quick builds, so we're going to take a look at him. You can go vote for the next quick build down below in the description. There's a link. It'll take you over there, and you can go vote for it. But other than that, let's go ahead and take a look at Thresh today, and we'll start off with his runes and his masteries. As for the rune page that I do take when I am playing Thresh, now actually I think I take this page, I call it my Shen, Regen, and Tanky page, and I use it on my Tanky supports, and what it has in it is hybrid penetration marks, because the armor penetration and magic pen is good, because pretty much everything he deals ability-wise is armor pen, is magic pen, but the armor pen on all those standard attacks while in lane are very helpful. So it's kind of a good quality on pretty much any support, really. Hybrid pen marks work well. Then we go with the armor seals, pretty standard, and then the magic resist per level glyphs. You could also do cooldown reduction if you want to do those too. Those would work well on him. And then I like to take the health regen per 5 quintessences. I like them on Thresh because, you know, usually you're going to get in there and get in their face with that standard attack. So it's pretty nice to be able to regen health a little bit quicker while you're in lane. As for those masteries, though, we go with the 0, 16, 14. This is the tanky support page. You get 16 in the defense. It'll help you out over there with everything you need over there for just a little bit more defense. And then in utility, we pick up everything we still need over there. We still get some gold scavenging coming in and a lot of other key things in the utility tree with that 14 over there. As for Thresh's abilities, at level 1, I don't know. I typically take the Flay. Very nice. Good, strong pokes. Also, it's Flay. It's good. And then at level 2... typically pick up the death sentence to grab your opponent and rake them on in. And then at level 3, typically put a point into your dark passage. Now, as for maxing these out, this totally comes down to personal preference. I've seen it done a lot of different ways, actually. Typically, dark passage will always be maxed out second. And then most people decide whether they want death sentence for shorter cooldowns on it, or the Flay for the increased damage and the cooldown on that. So it comes down to your personal preference. Typically, I'll actually max out my E first, and then I will actually sometimes max out Death Sentence, but Dark Passage is good too. I don't know. Seriously, max these out how you want. Just get the Flay. Just do it. As for the items I like to take when I am playing as Thresh, at level 1, what we like to bust out is the coin. I do like the coin on Thresh. I think it works well for him as a person champion. He's not really a person, is he? Anyways, so we get the coin. We bust out the ward, and we bust out a couple health pots, and then the warding totem. Because warding totem. Why not? Anyways, when we continue on, you know, nomads is a good way to go. Obviously, we want to pick up the sightstone early because this treats us like a gold per 5 item, because if you don't have to keep buying tons of wards, you're covered with the sightstone. So we want that. Also, the health is really good. Pick up some boots. Mobility is helpful. And then also, get a sweeping lens. Get rid of this, and then get a sweeping lens. You should be doing this. Do it. Then, as we continue on, we go for the Talisman of the Ascension, which is good. It's a good item. We need this. It's also just good. Then, we pick up the Ruby Sightstone. Boots comes down to your choice. I like both of these options. Obviously, the cooldown reduction is pretty awesome because, you know, Thresh is pretty much held back by his cooldowns. They're fairly long on purpose, especially if you don't keep landing your death sentence. You don't get the shorter cooldown then, so this might be helpful. And then the boots mobility are never terrible on any supports. It's way safer for warding and getting into situations and out of situations, so both good options. Now, as for the full build, what that looks like a little bit is, of course, we have the Ascension, we have the Sightstone, we have your boot choice, and then I like to pick up a Locket, pretty helpful there. Depending on how things are going, though, this order for these last 3 is totally kind of what's going on. Crucible is really good. Obviously, the active on it is super, super awesome. If you don't know much about this item, it kind of is just awesome. Read into it, look into it, it's good stuff. And the mana regen and the health or magic resist, really good stuff for Thresh, because we're missing a little bit of magic resist in here, but this helps cover it. And then we get pretty beefy with the Random's Omen. The health, armor, and obviously the active on that when you jump in and you drop the box and then you use an Omen after they're all slowed. Like, just nobody's ever getting away. It's just kind of, this is kind of the bread and butter just that works with Thresh. Now, obviously you have to throw some options in there or else somebody will complain probably. So Banshee's Veil, why not? Pretty helpful. We all know what that does. Guardian Angel, if you need to come back, I don't know why you'd really need to as a support. You're already pretty beefy with the rest of the build because it works out really, really well. That is going to be a quick build for Thresh. Like I said, go down in the description. There's a link to another straw poll, and you can go ahead and vote on the next quick build for whatever we're doing there. Maybe it's all brawlers, maybe it's all mid laners, maybe it's all champions I don't care anything about. Who knows what the next voting's on, because I haven't even decided yet. But other than that, guys, thanks for checking out the quick build, and I'll just see all of you guys in the next video. Pick up a kill on the Renek K-Ton, and now we'll put a pillar down, which will slow down Malzahar, which will allow us all to catch up to him, take a bite out of him, slow him down, and with the red buff we have just even more slows.